Click the links for alt tech, alt video platforms. Support channel, conventional means, or through crypto. Thanks for the recent crypto donations. They're anonymous, so I guess anyone could really take credit. Hey, I gave you $5 the other day. Oh, sweet. It was anonymous. I mean, the thing is, like, if I donate money to somebody, I kind of want to have credit. I mean, I don't need a pat on the back, but it's like, I guess that's the one problem of anonymous donations. Anyway, Netflix just fired the organizer of the trans employee walkout. Leader of the Trans Employee Resource Group, who is organizing the upcoming walkout. The employee, who is black and pregnant. Oh no! I thought we were raging against the machine. What do you mean? Big tech doesn't care about us? Oh, you sweet summer child. The black pregnant employee was fired by the soulless corporate. It's like some Cthulhu monster. It's like, no, it's not a Cthulhu monster. It's not the soul stealer from the interdimensional spaces. It's, I don't know, Bezos. It's whoever runs Netflix. I'm sure it's somebody who looks like they have black holes for eyes. It's just the empty void of space. There's just the nothingness. Oh, fired a black pregnant employee. That's power. That is power. That's power to manipulate these useful idiots. So like, oh, I thought we were going to rage against these people, and oh no, we're going to fire a black pregnant chick who was upset about Dave Chappelle instead of just talking to them. They were just going to fire them. Like, oh, won't you get a lot of pushback on social media for that? Yeah, fuck them. we're Netflix. What are they going to do to us? Kiss our salty balls. Later. Enjoy that pregnancy. Anyway, so they walk out for trans, but and Dave Chappelle, who triggered them, who's also black, by the way. Dave Chappelle is very black, but they don't walk out for cuties. And you know, it's like, Dave Chappelle, couldn't you have gone to another network? You go on the network that aired cuties, but whatever. Like I said, Dave Chappelle is not my cup of tea anymore. He's gotten a little too weird. But I wouldn't say you shouldn't watch him. Watch him and decide for yourself. But, you know, you don't have to watch on Netflix. There's a lot of other places that show this content. So the implication being that they support cuties, but not Dave Chappelle joking about BLT. And here is what is confusing normies. And I'm including most of the BLT in the normie category. Doing drugs and getting tattoos doesn't suddenly open up your third eye. You know what opens up your third eye and takes you from the normie category? Reading books that you're not supposed to read. That will take you off the third the normie category. Tattoos are great, but you know, it's like they don't magically. You have to actually read, and you have to read the things that whatever mainstream media and academia don't want you to read. You read that right first. Because 99% of the BLT community are also useful idiots. It's like, oh, we're going to occupy Wall Street. Now we're marching in a Bank of America sponsored parade, and Bank of America has rainbow flags now. Yay! We beat Wall Street. Did ya? Or did they just subvert you? Oh, what was that all about? Like, now you're marching for the machine. It's weird how the left sold out over the years. Like, there was always this authoritarian left wing, even in the 50s when they were starting with the hardcore Bolsheviks, and in the 60s kind of with their flower power in the 70s. But the authoritarian Bolshevik left never went away. It just slowly gained power. So these useful idiots in the BLT, they see the BLT corporate jerk-off festival virtue signal, and they think that they have some level of status because they're, you know, some BLT identity. No, and let me explain. Globo Corp, big tech bank, yes, they want to spread BLT to kids. That is absolutely true, because they want to destroy the family. And the lower, I'll say, European American birth rates. And I know people look at this and go, what do you mean? They're like these Cosmo magazines that are telling women not to have kids and all this kind of stuff. Too many white babies. It's mostly applied across the board. Yes, on the surface that's true, but who is it resonating with? It only resonates with one group of people, and that's as far as I can go on YouTube, but check me out on BitChute, because I let it out there. But they don't actually care about the BLT community. Why would they? BLT is a tool to lower in-group preferences and create a nation of sheep to be ruled by the banks and big tech. Oh, that reminds me, some Republican was running to challenge, I don't know, AOC's seat or something. So she got kicked off Twitter and YouTube. Well, if you're kicked off big tech, you're not getting elected. So now that means big tech is selecting the future leaders. So that means the last election was probably in 2016. So take that for what it set up them liberty devices and freedom pellets and white rice. So I don't hate BLT or PLCs. Giving you harsh truths, and it's like it comes across as hate to say, hey, yeah, big tech and the banks, they hate you. Oh, no, the hate is coming from you. I literally don't hate you. To tell you that some soulless corporate entity is just using you is not hate speech. Oh, do you think like these billionaires are maybe not actually our friends? Well, what have they done for you? Oh, they've given us $1 billion. Well, where is it? Oh, well, the handling fees, they had to hire their nephew. Yeah, that's the path it goes down. They don't exactly hate the BLT community, but they are a tool to keep at a distance. You're not invited to the Netflix cookout, is what I'm trying to say. Sometimes I feel like one of those crazy prepper types who, preppers are definitely not crazy. The aluminum foil wearing the guy out in the desert in the RV with a radio telescope or something, staring at the sky every night, warning people that the aliens are on their way, while people continue to deny it as the ships land around them. Except here is it's globalism, and it's the Brazilification of Weimar America, and it's like, oh, it's not necessarily the gulags that you have to fear, though that's the joke. It's just the Brazilification of what was a nation and turning it into a complete commercial zone controlled by NGOs. That's kind of the existential Cthulhu monster Orwellian. Anyway, so once big tech converts you to BLT, then they're done with you. Your tribalism is destroyed. You're not reproducing. It's like a black Democrat. They don't have to actually listen to you because your vote is guaranteed. And even if you don't want to vote, you're too lazy to get out to the polls, that type of thing, you don't want to vote Democrat, they know that you're not going to vote Republican. Black social pressure is second to none, though I suspect that BLT social pressure is also pretty strong. That's why left-wing politicians can just ignore the black community, because they know they own them. Banks and big tech want to create BLT as one of the arrows in their globalist quiver, but once they fire it, they don't have to worry about them anymore. The damage is done. They have left their family tribe, and I guess you could say they left their greater ethno-tribe connection. They are cut off and rootless, because joining the BLT is sort of a rejection of everything. Like, people view it as, oh, you're just some kind of Christian thing. No, it's deeper and older than that. They are members of a new tribe that for them has zero history and zero future. You don't have to go down that path. Anything Bank of America celebrates is an incandescently glowing, lighthearted and frivolous operation. Corporations are not your friends. Just keep repeating that. And if you're at some event that a bank and a big tech is sponsoring, you probably want to start asking, well, who benefits, and follow the money. But Soros gave BLM $1 billion. Where does the money go? Bank of America gave $250 million to BLM. So where'd the money go? What's it doing? It's a good question. Nobody seems to ask, including the media. They're not your tribe. They're a tribe unto themselves. They would turn you into fertilizer for their roses after the revolution, because useful idiots also get the 115-grain aspirin. As transgender Netflix communities plan to stage a walkout and protest at Dave Chappelle. Oh, well, it's digital, right? So they're at home on their computers. So it's I'm not sure how you walk out digitally. Listen, some things just can't be done digitally. Oh, we're gonna have a parade, but because of Wooflu, you've got to all stay home. So it's gonna be like a parade when you just march down your own street and just live stream it, and we'll just like splice all those images together. And actually, I guess you could do that. That would be like the filming of Star Wars, the prequels with George Lucas, when they were fighting on the field, and it was like they're fighting on green screen, and they fight individually, film individually, and then they splice all the stuff together, as opposed to just getting a big field and filming that way. Yes, so they're underrepresented at Netflix. Once you're BLT, you're no longer useful to them. Where if you're black, it's a little bit different story. You can continue to be visible, but you're still really not useful to them because they know they already have you. You're completely controlled. Anyway, I hope this one makes it past the algorithm. Thanks for the recent support on crypto and coffee. Join the Discord, though it is a little bit of a free speech platform. So, go in wearing your Kevlar panties.